Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Basoya, for the warm introduction. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to all of you. Okay, and first of all, I request a round of applause for whom? For the God, for parents, for Dr. Ram, for Gupta ma'am, because all your parents and your teachers are putting their best effort to make sure that you should be successful, because your success is their success. My home is, I was telling Ram sir that my home is 60 kilometers, 60 kilometers away from here. So when I was coming, I thought, why I am going there? It is the respect of Dr. Ram, yes. It is the honor for me to interact the student, yes. But most importantly, we all as a team want you to be successful and to make sure whatever mistake we have done, you should not commit, and whatever learnings we have got, we want to share that. That is our motto, that is our objective. So today lecture is based on two perspectives. First perspective, that if you have a startup, if you have an idea, what you should do to execute that idea, to convert that idea into a commercial viable startup. First series of PPT. Second series of PPT, many of you, some of you maybe joining corporate world. I have an experience of 22 years. This is 22nd year I am completing. What attributes today corporates are looking for you to be an effective leader and manager? So these two are different PPTs. Let me start my PPT with the startup perspective, because many times I meet students, they say we have a lot of idea, we have a lot of product innovation, but we are not able to think where to go, how to approach. How many of you watch Shark Tank? Or used to watch? Okay. Whosoever has not watched, I humble request is to watch on YouTube or Sony Live, wherever you want. Please start watching Shark Tanks. You will be able to learn not only what attributes investors are looking, but also if you have an idea, what to do with that idea, right? So my today topic is innovation, creativity and capital. I'm starting my PPT. Right? I don't want to say something about startup. All of you, what is startup? What is an idea? My idea to how to execute your idea. The first thing, that if you have an idea, write on a piece of paper. Understand the marketing dynamics, whether that idea exists or not. If the idea is unique, write on a piece of paper to make a prototype. What is prototype? Anyone here? What is prototype? Any idea? Any guesses?
It's a rough idea, like a simple idea.
Okay, what's your name? Nitish, good, very good. Okay, any other?
It's a kind of blue plan.
Blue pen, okay. What's your name? Satvik, good. Prototype is the initial model of your product or innovation. Suppose you are making a single remote control for your AC, TV, that can be act as a mobile also. You just have to develop a model. Science student may recall that we used to, develop a model in our school days. So idea to prototype. What is a prototype? Prototype is a model. For that, how to generate funding. You can arrange for your family, and there is a government scheme called Prayas. Up to 10 lakh rupees from Government of India is given to startup for Prayas, initial funding, right? If you have prototype, every startup in India thinks my idea is unique. I have an excellent idea. I have no competition. So you have to develop, test and then validate. Validate with whom? Validate with the experts. So there are companies like MN Dastu, EY, other companies also, with whom you can go and get your product certified. Validate whether that is existing, that is viable or not. For that money, it's pre-seed funding required. Pre-seed again, from family sources, from friends, cousins, this is. No formal funding has come till now, right? Then, once you develop a prototype, a model, the experts in that area said, very good product, go ahead. Then you have to apply for incubating yourself. There are over 190 incubators in our country. What is incubator? Incubator is a physical facility given to you at no cost or nominal cost, so that you can come there. It will be given an office space, plug and play space, where you can work, meet people, invite people, discuss, plan, strategy, all things. So incubators, Noida, we do have many incubators, private incubator also. In private incubator, you have to pay some fees, but that is very nominal. But in government incubators, there is no fees, or very minimum 1,000 rupees per month, 2,000 rupees per month, that is thing, right? And then most of the Shark Tank startups, they have crossed this stage, then they come. So once you develop the prototype, once you make a prototype, apply Nidhi Prayas scheme, 10 lakh rupees you will get, right? They are very lenient in giving that. And then prototype testing and validation you can do. And then once you develop, test it, then accelerate your innovation, because you cannot do it on your own, right? Most important thing, that angel investors, you can meet people who are high net worth individual to invest in your startup. That is the role of angel investors, right? There are many people who have lots of money, they want to support startup. So you can contact them. Why I put a line in this? Can anyone tell? Any idea? The reason of putting a line, if you are able to survive till this line, is it visible? Sorry, I was coming. Okay, I didn't know that I was. If you have crossed, you have reached to this line, you will be able to survive 100%. Otherwise, either your idea will fail here or here or here. If you are able to survive 3, you will be a successful startup, right? You have developed a prototype, taken some funding, tested, validated, okay, market is okay, some test given, you give some samples to the customer, they said excellent product, you apply for incubators may you go, and then you keep on working with investors, angel investors, then it is a time to develop the business. Shark Tank investors are looking for Series A funding, then Series B funding. Series A funding is when you business development, when you produce more and then you sell. Series B funding, grow the company so that it can meet these level of demand. You have developed a product for Noida, now you want to go to Meerut, expansion of market. You want to go to Delhi for your product, Series B funding, and then Series C funding, multiplication of your product. This is a startup journey. And most of the time, the problem with us that we keep on thinking that my idea is unique. I met many startups in Bharat Mandapam last year, very good startup. Wherever you see a problem, try to bring a solution, unique solution. And that is the idea why we are here, to motivate you, to guide you, because I will be sharing what kind of schemes are available, how can you actually etc. So this is a full sequence of how a idea to successful market, how it can be done. Government schemes are there. So there are central government scheme, there are state government scheme. Central government scheme are being managed by Niti Aayog, DPIIT. There are 3 bodies, DPIIT, Niti Aayog, and Department of Science and Technology. Keep on visiting their website, right? Startup India, they have a Bhaskar portal also. Keep on visiting that. There's a central government. On the state level, you can go to UP state government website, Rajasthan Go. They have a separate exclusive program for startup. And there is no condition that only Rajasthan startup can apply in that Rajasthan program. No. If you belong to some other state, you are most welcome to apply in state scheme. So state government is supporting startup at their end, central is doing their best, right? So we can see Indian startup ecosystem is divided into 3 parts. Is it visible that side? Okay. First is central government. I already told you there are three bodies: Niti Aayog, Startup India, DPIIT, DBT, DST. Respective ministry, and that is also very important. Lot many startup do not know that if your product is applicable for agriculture, so agriculture ministry also has a scheme. The problem with us that we don't employ and the scheme gets expired. Either that way, or we think there is a bureaucracy. No, there is no bureaucracy. You have to put efforts. Yes, there are a lot of paperwork, but that is a test you have to pass. So central government, we have Niti Aayog, we have Startup India, we have DPIIT. State government, we have state government startup policy. State government also has incubator and accelerator, 100%. And then we have investor, private company, individual investor, bilateral. Maybe your innovation is successful in India, more successful in Africa, for African people. Try to reach through embassy, right? Organization like Indo-US Science and Technology Forum, they have huge fund for startup. They sometime what happens, people, when I meet startup, they say, sir, we apply, we don't select, we apply, we don't select. No worries, keep on applying. Because the advantage of applying that, if you keep on applying, you will come under the directory of central and state government. Sometime our honorable PM sir or any state CM sir announce some policy and they need immediate result. What they will do? They will send a mail to those people who have applied in their program immediately. So you will come under the directory of that, right? So they have a bilateral organization also. If your innovation is global beneficiary, it can benefit to population at large in other countries. Apply to bilateral programs, right? I was telling about Nidhi Prayas. This is the details. This scheme actually allows innovators to try their ideas without fear of failure. You will not have to refund but they expect a certain amount of integrity. Up to 10 lakh rupees is given from idea to prototype. This is called DST Nidhi Prayas. Today, just try to find on Google, right? What are the benefits? Not only funding. The central government is also giving you mentors, experts. Government want you to create jobs. Be a job creator, right? Prototype support, business plan, sustaining factor, all things are covered on DST Nidhi Prayas scheme, right? Sector specific. If your innovation, I am repeating this once again, if your innovation is particular beneficiary from some sectors, please go to that ministry website or Startup India website. State specific, please, which state you belong to, please go and visit the state government website to see what schemes are available from your respective state government. Other state you can also apply, right? So, most important, actually in India, we don't have what is IQ? What is EQ? What is PQ? Patience. We don't have patient quotient. We want everything in hurry. Startup in India are making small app to make more money. How an app can be beneficial for some people, but actually benefit, we should think of farmer. How can we increase farmer income? How his cost can be reduced? That is the real contribution to society. How healthcare can be made more affordable? How technology can actually help visually impaired people or Divyang. That is the impact, real impact we should create. So, whenever you think of a startup, try to create an LLP. What is LLP? Limited. Clap for him. What is your name? Good. Either LLP or private limited. You should not create startup with proprietorship. Right, Mr. Sohan and Sons? No. Because you will be able to get soft loan. What is soft loan? I'm using very jargons here because it will open up your mind. Soft loan are the loan which are given to businesses at a lower rate. It is given by SIDBI and other financial institution. So whenever you think of startup, try to create limited liability partnership, but preferably a private limited. It is some cost. You can talk to some CAs who can create private limited company. When you create private limited company, immediately apply to Startup India for getting your startup registration number. It is like a Aadhaar number for a startup, you can say. Because whenever you expand, try to expand. You go to some bank for soft loan, they will ask, do you have a registered in Startup India? Do you have the number? You said, oh, sir. So these are small steps which can contribute to your success of startup in a big way, right? The reason of recognizing self-startup are here, self-certificate, tax examination, and many more benefits. SIDBI funds you can apply. So this is very important slide. Whenever we talk of our product, our innovation, our idea, we think it is unique, best in market. Always try to bring 360-degree perspective. What is 360-degree perspective of your product? It is, you should talk to industry expert in your network. Sir, I have this product. Can this work? Technology expert, if it is a technical product. Regulatory expert. Is your product or startup need a regulation from Government of India? Is it Central Pollution Control Board certified, required or not? Not applicable for app type, but for manufacturing. Who are your competitors? We always have to think about a prospective licenses, customer, end users. Who is your customer? How is going to use? I will be sharing another important slide. What are the 12 factors investor look for in the coming slide? And distributor, how will your product will reach to a final customer? What is your distribution model? If you are unable to make this plan on paper, forget your idea. Whenever you have plan, write on paper. I keep on requesting students to use pen and paper instead of typing, because I was reading some book, it is said that when you write with pen, your brain becomes more active rather than you type on your something it was written there, right? So whenever you have some idea, try to bring it 360-degree, industry expert, competitors, distributor, regulatory expert, technological expert, these all are needed, right? So it's a registered brand, Quick Look from UT Austin. I am sharing it as a reference only. You should have a quick look. What is a quick look? Quick look is a small thing which you can, understand whether your product is viable or not. Technology, intellectual property, licensing, this all will be covered. Market, competition, commercialization planning. Your idea will die in a room if you don't plan on paper these things, right? So once you develop a model, that is okay. You talk to technology expert, there's an excellent product. You talk to legal expert, no legal, nothing, certificate required. Then there are 3 kind of finances. Private finance, I told about government program. Now I am coming on private, how to generate investment from private. So there are 3 kind of fund: pre-seed, debt and equity. Pre-seed is a fund when your startup, product or innovation is at nascent stage. So your family and friend can help, right? Then you can go to debt for bank, soft loans. And then once you are established, then you go to Shark Tank to generate equity. You can hear, they keep on asking how much equity you can give. Equity, venture capitalists and strategic investors. So when you get lots of money, you can divide your finances in accordance. One word that is very common in these days is called bootstrapping. Bootstrapping, very important. What is? Yes, it is. Bootstrapping is when you execute your innovation or startup with your self-funding. It helps you to have more control. If you take money from someone, he will try to exercise more control on you, right? But the disadvantage is that it can put some financial strain on you. Advantages, easy to obtain. If you have your own money, you are more disciplined. It is said that, right? Then debt, you will be studying in your post graduation. That debt is a loan for specific amount. What are the benefit? Debt.
In the previous slide, so you have said that you talk to industry experts in order to check that out.
Correct.
Most of the times when I text someone on LinkedIn, my message gets ignored because they have obviously thousands of followers and they are getting thousands of messages per day. What should we do?
Very good question. So no problem. How many people you have written so far? Talk in maths. Give in maths. 10, 15, 7 or try 20. Try more. Because you are absolutely correct that there are many people might be writing to them and they have many followers. You every time if you write to Mr. Gautam Adani, they will not. You try industry experts are those who have industry knowledge. It is not necessary that they should be very successful. There are many mediocre people also which are very intellectual. They are doing fantastic in their job, but we don't know their names. Industry expert, I need to say, you go to, with your product, you go to somewhere in that's NSEZ. If your product is, suppose you are making a leather, some innovation in leather, go to Bahadurgarh. There are 50 factories there. And there are so many uncles who have put over 40 years of their experience. Talk to them.
So what if I have a technological product?
Try to meet the industry expert from that. It is advisable to meet, always advisable to meet industry from that industry only. But try for more. 7 is, try for 50 people. And then if 50 doesn't want, then there is a problem. Keep on. That is a patient quotient. PQ. After 7, you said, sir, they are not replying. This is a patience. Startup will only survive them when they have a patience. Patient in terms of response, not patient in terms of their effort. For their effort, they have to put their best. But for other people to, I'll come. I have a slide of that 6 and 9 paradox of life. Okay, try more, no problem. You will get success. Don't get discouraged for this. This keeps on coming, right?
Sir,
yeah.
Chemical industries related product हो और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के थ्रू अप्लाई कर स्टार्टअप को तो कैसे कर सकते हैं?
State government, if you have a chemical, first thing you need to know, very important for chemical, healthcare, that whether some certification required or not. Because chemical may cause some pollution. So there are 2 pollution bodies in India, Central Pollution Board and State Pollution Board. You need to visit their website and you see which chemical, your chemical comes under which category. So there are orange, green and red. If it is orange and green, you can go ahead. But it is in red. You leave that idea. Because red is only allowed in certain specific zones. Right? So this is Booth said debt. The disadvantage of debt that you have to pay compulsion of repayment. Equity, you will only have to pay when there is a profit. Right? So equity source of equity source of funding. This is very technical slide. I know that you might be these are some new terms, but this you can gradually learn. Equity source of funding are angel investors, VC and strategic investors. What is the role of angel investors? They provide more liquidity. Angel investors are those investors which comes, invest for 1.5 years and go. They dilute they want their money back. Equity investor, VCs, they are professional investors. They will stick to you for longer time, right? And they put a large chunk of money. Access and the advantage of VCs, that they have a huge people among their network who can be more helpful to you. And then there are strategic investors. So equity, when you are thinking of equity, so there are 3 sources of funding: angel investors, venture capitalists, and strategic investors. These are the, so other source of funding, crowdfunding. You can put on some LinkedIn that are you ready to join? Crowdfunding, government grants and loan, tax credit, foundation, there are some foundation and service contract. You can joint venture with some iShare or Tata Motors or some where you can do service contract for them. This is the most important slide of this PPT 1. Why? I will be sharing 12 things that an investor looks for always. If you are able to answer these 12 things, you actually should approach investors. Right? First thing, the problem with idea people or startup people that they don't have their description of benefit on a piece of paper. Today, when you get a time, Google what is elevator pitch. You have to define your innovation and startup with an elevator pitch, with value proposition. Who is your beneficiary? You can write all things, but elevator pitch is a single line or maximum 10 words, 15 words, which can define your product and innovation in single that one line with beneficiary. Second, investor want to see what problem you are addressing. What is a current problem, customer pain, and what is your solution? Are you addressing existing problem or are you providing some solution which is going to be a problem? Third thing investors see, certification. Does your innovation or startup require some certification? Most important. Actually, we think of marketing, finance, but we don't know about certification. Certification given by certain authorities in India, right? IP protection. What is IP? Very good. Why it is required? Yes, gentlemen.
So that our idea doesn't get copied by anyone.
Very good. Excellent. What's your name? Very good. You are smart, but world is more smarter than you always, right? If you have an idea, he can have that idea also. In order to protect your idea or startup, you should always apply for IP, and Government of India has minimized the cost of intellectual property rights.
We can't apply IP on technological products.
You can apply on technological novel, there is certain conditions. You can go to intellectual property website and go, what are the conditions? Existing, if suppose this is my cover and I'm making a similar cover. It is not an innovation, no? You cannot apply. Physical product or service also, but mostly for physical products. Mostly, app also can be, these are intellectual property.
Like if I share my product to someone else who is more capable of doing that thing, what if he copy my idea?
That is the reason why whenever you apply for startup, try in your own name. Then he cannot copy. He will be put into legal suit. So whenever you have some idea of startup, see whether, first thing, most important, whether that idea exists in India or not. If that idea exists, leave that. Try think new idea. If that idea doesn't exist, try to apply for IP for manufacturing products. He's right. Market interest. Startup say my idea is unique. I have lot many customers. If I discuss how many customers, he said, sir, I'll have to check. Do not use maximum or minimum. Said, I have a potential of this, my product can serve 1,000 customers in Patna. I can serve, my innovation can help 5,000 farmers of Punjab for parali burning. See in that way. My product, my innovation can help lactating mothers, this many numbers. You should have a data. Data, what is a current scenario and how your product is going to benefit that particular beneficiary. Customer buying decision. Customer key performance indicator change. What is changing cost? Obviously, when you change some product, inconvenience. It is called switching cost. When you launch your product in market, is there any switching inconvenience? If there is switching inconvenience, why should he buy? So if there is any switching cost, you need to define that. How a customer will see your product, use that, and then think. Very, very important point. Customer buying decision. Why he will buy your product? We talk about competition weakness, but no, we should always know competition strength. Whenever you may be joining some good corporates in future, if you are into marketing, if you are a product manager, go in the market and try to seek competition strength also. Look, people keep on seeing weakness, strength. That is very important. Business model. How you are going to generate revenue? What is your go-to-market strategy? Very, very important. Until you plan on paper, you will not be successful, right? Team status. You cannot be omnipresent. You may be expert in accounts, finance, marketing, but you cannot be perfect in HR. Or you are perfect in HR, you cannot be in balanced team. If you think that I'm a startup, how will I pay salary? No problem. You can hire on an AVM basis, consultation basis, right? 5,000 rupees per meeting, 2,000 rupees per meeting. Do not hire full time, hire a consultant, mentors. There are many, many retired professionals, excellent professionals, which can help you with their industry expertise. You don't have to hire full time employee. Financial analysis, very important. Growth numbers. Long period you will be negative, and your cash flow. The most important question Shark Tank asks, what is your financial indicators? If you watch. So financial indicator maker, it can be projected. It cannot be accurate, projected. This many number of sale I will achieve in 2025, 2026, 5-year projection, at least 3-year projection. Market gain, market roadmap. Once you are able to successfully launch, what is your roadmap? You have to survive. There are certain company which comes and which went away. But there are certain company which kept on surviving for so long. Why? Because they have defined their road. And most important is, whenever you ask for funding from any investors, you have to cut it to fixed and variable cost. You cannot say, sir, I need 10 crores. If I ask, what is the breakup? Sir, I breakup. So you have to divide it. What is your production cost? What is your rentals? What are your salaries or on an AVM or consultation fees? Right? What is your rent? All things you have to divide. If you are able to answer these 12, you are most likely to get funding from any investors. It has covered all the aspects from market, finance, team, IP, validation, go-to-market strategy, all. Right? I'm going to share some 5 common mistakes by startup in India. What they commit, why they fail. The first mistake, they keep on thinking on their idea in technical terms. They do not think of intellectual property and certification required. Right? Engineers are very technically sound, very, very. But they are engineers. They are not legal experts. They are not intellectual property experts. Right? Second, overstating the market. Porter 5 forces model you might have studied or you might be studying. Whenever you talk about your product, innovation, startup, idea that you are going to commercially launch, never overstate the market. Be rational. Right? Ignoring marketing dynamics. I again say, you are smart, world is more smarter than you. Right? So market dynamics, the most mistake they commit, nothing is written down. Clarity of thought is not written. If you are unable to write, you are unable to execute. Take my words. Mistake, big mistake by first time entrepreneurs. Ignoring switching costs. You launch a product, it's already in market, you have put some improvisation, relaunch a product, but you have ignored switching cost. Why should I buy your product as a customer? Everybody want a convenience, relaxed life. Why should? If 10 or 12 years back when the mobile number portability come, then only we started thinking of changing our network. Otherwise not. Right? Switching cost, no financial plan, no sales plan. My product is best. I will launch. How numbers? How many districts in India? Today Google it, how many districts in India? It is over 560. 580. There are over 580 districts in India. How many districts you want to sell? Which are the cities? Which are cities in UP, Haryana, Delhi? Delhi, which area you want to? Just write a piece of. The more you write, the better clarity you will get. Right? This is startup myopia. This is startup myopia. My idea is unique. There is no competition. That is a problem with our startups. Right? Do not think that your idea is unique. Everyone has got the idea. And I know all attitude. I know all. I can do. I know you are not. You cannot be omnipresent. Right? You have to think that other experts are also required, not building a team, seeking suggestion from mentor, like the way the great Rohit. Rohit is seeking advice from mentors, wonderful. He has approached 7 people, but if he approach more, he will certainly get some suggestions. Patient quotient. Lot many time we apply to Nidhi Prayas, they don't, you apply on the 1st of March, 15 March, you don't get response, you lose your interest. Patience. Patience in terms because other people are also busy as you. Right? So what is the takeaway from this? This is the last slide for this PPT segment, that prepare yourself. Right? Create idea, passion, idea and energy. Pie chart we have, na? Pie chart. Pie. Create your business plan with business model. Very important. Gather needed resources. Prepare segmentation, targeting, positioning. Get the finances in shape. Most important. Otherwise, you will lose interest. Launch marketing and brand awareness campaigns, product follow-up and set future goals. These are the things which you will be gradually learning. But if you start thinking from now, we are assured that you will be a great startup after a few years. Right? Sometimes student asks, sir, what are the website, what are the books I should read? So these are the website for startups, startup ideas. First is NSTEDB, a Government of India portal which gives you the schemes idea available for startup. Startup India, government.dod. If you go to startupindia.gov.in, there is a tab called schemes, startup schemes in India. Click on that. Niti Aayog website, state government startup policy, and Inc 42. There is a portal. Very important. Inc 42. Sometimes they ask, which books we should read. 0 to 1, Think and Grow Rich. I personally prefer these 2 books. Think and Grow Rich, so you must read. Whether you have a startup idea or not, 0 to 1 you can read. It shares the journey, how a great product can be made. Think and Grow Rich you should read, and at least chapter number 7 you should read. 30 ways of not being successful. And the first reason is procrastination. Right? I'll do. I have an age. I'm young. Procrastination. That 7th chapter of Think and Grow Rich, 30 ways of not being successful, I think most of the people are following at least 20 habits in that. And most bad is procrastination. Let's discuss key aspect from corporate world. Any question from startup perspective? Funding, market strategy, product, certification, anything till now?
सर कैसे पता कर सकते हैं कि हमारा ये जो आइडिया यूनिक है, सबसे अलग हट के?
Such search, talk, explore. You are your own master. That is a homework that you have to do. Actually, if you are thinking, if you have product or idea, Google it. Talk to people, talk to your colleagues, talk to your classmates. तो कीजिए, आप बिल्कुल कीजिए उसमें. ये तो आप मार्केटिंग, यू हैव स्टडीड मार्केटिंग. कॉम्पिटिटर को इरेडिकेट करने के लिए एक ही चीज होती है. व्हाट इज अ मेन थिंग यू नीड टू कीप अवे कॉम्पिटिटर एंड समवन सम more benefits at less cost, something catchy in your product, something you, if I'm using this, suppose this chair is Neil Gagan chair and some Neil Kamal came, why should I buy? There are certain uniqueness in terms of the benefits. Always talk benefits in front of your customer. Always talk, do not talk features. Features can be common, benefits are mostly unique, right? Yeah.
Sir, I have my application right now installed in my phone, sir, prototype. But sir, the problem is I don't know how to scale it, and even to work.
Who is your customer? Who will use it? Write on a piece of paper. 5 things you write. Who is your user? Right? What benefit he is getting? Third, is there any existing app? Whatever. No. Okay. Okay. Again, startup myopia. Check it. Right? Check it. Okay. That's good. If you don't have that, then try to implement that within your community. Cousins, friends, take their feedback. They are your first customers. Your family is your first customer. Family, friends, cousins, they will give you feedback. Then Android, it is Android or iOS, see the cost. If it is all the, they have some parameters on uploading on their portal. You apply that, go ahead. The best part is the app making is a sustainable and most profitable and fastest money startup app. No investment. Investment in terms of only putting it on portal, no manufacturing investment, no capex required, no opex required. That's why startup these days are focusing more on app-based startups. App. One app you create and you take money. They want to make fast. But this will not help India to, India need a manufacturing.
I myself cannot do all the things.
Take help from an expert. Maybe you have some uncle in your family are expert, maybe your cousins, maybe someone, your cousin's brother-in-law in US who can help. Try to explore. Do not restrict to certain set of people. Try to explore. Connect me after this. Okay? So, sir, we can continue. Okay? So, first part is for if you have an idea, startup or something you want to implement. Now, second part is applicable whether you have a startup, whether you have idea or not. It is a leadership quality which we want to see as a corporate. So, both Ram sir and I was discussing how can we actually guide you. These are all other learning, practical learning. Maybe whatever I am going to discuss, you know it already. You said, ye to hame pata hai. But this is to remind you that these are the essential things. What are the managerial qualities these days corporates are looking for? Power dressing, very, very important. Very important. If you join an organization, always be smartly dressed. Do not take your dressing as casual. Boys should be neat and clean. If they have a beard, it should be properly trimmed. Girls, respected girls should be well dressed. Power dressing, very important. When you go meet some client, they should feel what a dress. Always feel good. Power dressing comes with a culture. How it comes? On holiday, you might be feeling lethargic, lazy. Do not take. Be good to yourself on holidays also. Neat and clean. You will feel good. You will see lot of changes. if you become neat and clean every day. Second thing, what is 4W1H? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any wrong guesses also most welcome. 4W1H, very important to be successful in corporate world. The 1H is how. The 4W are why, what, where, when. Most of the time we focus on 4W. Third thing I want to tell you about the always ahead to take initiative. Sometimes our confidence has become so low when we are doing our MBA. We do not, participate in activities. I can help in logistic. I can help in branding. Right? It will come in your culture. Most of the people, when they join as a management trainee, they have so many of tantrums that, oh, Saturday, Sunday, how they call. When I joined my first company, I used to work 7 days a week for 2 years. There is a statement in Hindi called नौकरी और नखरा एक साथ नहीं हो सकता. आप एक ही चीज कर सकते हैं, नौकरी या नखरा. Right? Own preference can be adjusted. But when you join corporate world initially, there are lot many pressure you have to face, you have to manage itself. Leadership style, these are managerial quality. What are the leadership style? Some leadership attributes we want to see as a corporate. Very, very important of paradox of 6 and 9. What's your name? Prakhar. If I come in front of Prakhar, come here, please. Prakhar and I was sitting in a meeting. Sit. We are discussing something. If I write 6, what he will see? 9. You say it's 9. Say?
9.
6. So it's 9.
9.
No, it's 6. You say, sir, you are wrong.
That's my perception.
No. You say it's
9.
It is a 9. You say it's 9. You are. Tell me you are wrong, sir.
You are wrong, sir.
No, you are wrong. It's 6.
So it's 9.
That is a paradox. What should have been done after this conflict? I should have gone to Prakhar and see, oh, it's 9. Yes. And I will take him. Come, Prakhar, come. See, what is this? 6. Okay, thank you. Clap for him. Life is all about paradox of 6 and 9. Your relation with your parents, your teachers, your friends, your cousins becomes sometime in a different way because they tell you it's 6 and you say, Papa, it's 9. Try to understand from their perspective. That is why I call this as paradox. We as a 20, I'm to more than 20 always, obviously. So you as a 20-year-old student of respected KCC Institute, see perspective from your own perspective. But the other persons sees from us. And that is a reason of conflict with your family, with your cousins, with your friends, with your teacher, with your community. And then you will be isolated and say, nobody understands me. Always go ahead and try to understand why they are saying their own perspective. 95% of the conflict resolved there and then only. That is called paradox. No, I'm talking about just numbers. No, it is only a conditional case study. I want to emphasize the reason of using this example that you think always of other perspective. Sometimes we become isolated. There are many friends of mine who become isolated. They don't have friends. When I call them happy birthday, they said, nobody calls me. I said, why? They don't understand me. I said, they don't understand you because you have not understood yourself. Right? Who is a king? Another short story. Why is a lion the king of jungle? Anyone tell? No, lion. Why is a lion king of jungle? Who said attitude? Clap for him. Sometime one lion was sleeping in jungle. Elephant, giraffe and all the wild animals Giraffe is a sweet animal, not a wild. All the wild animal, aggressive animal, fox, they all had a meeting. He said, why he is the king? Why we should, elephant, you have more strength, you can kill him. We as a fighter, we should be king. They went to him. He was sleeping. He got wake up lion. Why you are the king? Proof. The lion said that I am the king because I know I am the king. I feel I am the king. You don't know, you don't feel you are the king. So I want to emphasize here, you are special, very special in your own qualities. Try to take this blessing. But it doesn't mean you feel start like king and be in attitude from 12 p.m. onwards. Right? Be normal. What I want to emphasize, please be special, feel good. You have a positive mindset and a positive, everything will be good after certain time. Never, whenever you take some assignment, never leave halfway job. Try to complete it. Sometime, some family pressure, work pressure, or it is not even done. If you have taken some assignment, complete with your full dedication. That is the most important leadership style corporate are looking for. Respect all, whether it's CEO or security guard of any organization. So how many of you greet your security guard here? I don't know. When you enter KCC, so greet them. Say good morning. If say good morning, very good. If say good morning, he says good morning. Look into their good morning like he keeps on and you walk away. Try with the approval of your management or director, sir. Try to give one small chocolate on Diwali. Gratitude. They all are also human beings. Respect all. The sweeper who cleans the toilet, respect. Say good morning, say namaste. Maybe they will not respond, but you should do your best. Right? EQ, emotional quotient, IQ. Some people are very good in IQ, some people in EQ. You have to manage the people. Like intellectual people are more serious about their studies, curriculum, very good. I am with them. But somehow they are not emotionally inclined. If you put the hand, they may cry. EQ and IQ have to, which person you are more emotional, which person more intelligent, you have to balance it and talk to them appropriately. Right? 2-1-2 approach. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is extra only. So try to put maximum efforts, best effort in your approach. In 2-1-1, water is only normal. But in 2-1-2 degree, 1 degree extra, it can actually run the steam engine. Entrepreneurial qualities, do not overcommit anything. When you are in job, I will do, sir, I will do. Define your boundaries. I can do this much work. You can, if they are giving you 10 assignments, you can do, sir, as per my capability. There is way of saying, as per my capability, I can do this much work in this much stipulated time. Talk always benefits and benefit. Do not talk about features, right? Don't say bad about anyone in organization or in any institute. Someone even is provoking you. That is a bad quality which will come in your attitude if you keep on saying bad. Do not say anything bad about anyone. Never argue with your channel partner. Resolve conflict. Channel partner is like your distributors, your shopkeepers who are selling your product. Never conflict with them. Resolve conflict amicably. Plan on paper whatever you're going to do in your career, in your startup, in your journey, specifically to startup. You should plan on paper. If you are unable to write on paper, you are unable to execute it. Be quick to grab opportunity. Do not believe in procrastination. Please, very fast. Right? Future vision. How many of you read editorial of newspapers? If you have, you don't read, you read? Yes, sir. Very good. Excellent. I was reading one newspaper called Dainik Jagran. Excellent paper. Excellent paper in Hindi. If you go through Dainik Jagran, there is a middle section, some path ki hai, which is editorial in English. You read that. I prefer Hindu editorial, Business Line, and ET. Hindi newspaper also you should read. Very interesting fact about Indian economy, India culture. But please read newspaper. Do not use this for newspaper reading. No, very bad. Balance approach, family time. Sometime what happen when we join some organization, we forget to give a family to the most beautiful people in this world, our father and mother. Please try to balance time. Do not run after overrun after your career, friendship, or try to spend the quality time with your parents. After 30 years or 40 years, you should not regret that I have not spent quality time with my parents. Please, humble request. Very, very important in marketing, no one wear shoe story. A company wants to set up a factory in some area, some details, let's say Sonipat. They sent some manager in Sonipat and said, check if we should set up a factory. That manager took 30 days to survey and come back and say, we should not set up a factory, no one wear shoes, not beneficial. Okay. The MD again sent another manager after few days to Sonipat and check whether we can set up a shoe factory. He came back in 2 days, has sent and said, we should immediately set up a factory because no one wear shoes. One sees opportunity as problem. Other sees problem as opportunity. So always try to see opportunities. Why I'm requesting you to participate in all the activities? Because it will come in your culture, in yourself, to participate, to think beyond. These 2 years of your post-graduation will never come back. I used to participate in every activity except that singing and rangoli. Otherwise, I used to participate in all the activity of the college. Watch, and sometimes people meet me and say, sir, we want to improve our English, should we join? The only way to improve your English is to watch interview on TV, is to read interview, because in interview on TV, they don't use jargons, they don't use heavy words. I improve my English by watching interviews, by reading interviews, by watching interview, reading, two benefit. Your English will improve, your knowledge will also increase. Personal, put this line wherever you study. I will make my parents and teacher proud, read success stories. Be sincere to your studies, a request. Sometimes we get demotivated of some unsuccessful or something. Put all the success either in your photo or near the desks where you study. Do not forget with your respected teachers, a big clap for your teachers. Both your parents and your teachers are your life creators, right? Sometimes you join a company, everything is good, your boss resigned, some new boss came. And your life is very tough, you become so patient, life is tough. Tough time, tough boss comes. It will come, it will go. You have to have a patience, PQ. Change is constant. If the good boss has gone, bad boss has come, good boss will come again. Do not crib or cry on certain issue. Let it go. Life, a chapter. This is also a chapter of your life. Life is a book. In your book, the headers are always your parents and your bank account number. Always on the all pages. Right? Rest all the chapter. Teachers also your headers, because they will be constantly in touch. Rest all are chapters of your life. So sometimes when someone joins some new organization, they call me and said, it's very tough time. What should I said? Wait, patient. This time will also pass away. Be quick, ask. Sometimes people don't ask because they say, I will look stupid if I ask. It is better to ask. If you ask, you will be idiot for 5 minutes. If you don't ask, you will be idiot for whole life. Ask. People will laugh on you. What question? क्या question पूछ रहे हो? What question you are asking? Don't worry. Let it be. Right? Participate on all activity. Focus on learning. Best way to eradicate hesitation. If you have a hesitation to speak in front of audience, practice, participate. People will laugh on your speech, on your English, on your dialect, the way you speak. No worries. Your time will also come. My request to you, keep on participating, keep on interacting. Do not be a bookwormer or a people who sit in corner and snobbing. It's a beautiful gift you have got in terms of your life. Many of the people outside this Greater Noida are dreaming of what you are here. So be thankful and be grateful to all the things. Sometimes there are some situations or someone said something to me, I will keep on cribbing, I don't eat food. He has said me some, directors had scolded me in front of some. If it is not impacting your health, if it is not impacting your bank balance, forget it. Forget it, let it go. Again, treat life as a chapter. Right? Count your blessings, not your troubles. I am saying this, that you are listening here, sitting here, is a beautiful campus with such a wonderful faculty. This is being dreamed by, this is a dream for lot many people who are unable to. I met someone just 2 days back. I took an auto from Rohini to some place and he said, sir, आज मेरा पहला दिन है. I was so happy for him. I said, आप क्या करते थे पहले? He said, sir, I used to work in a factory. I left that factory. Now I bought this auto, and he was so happy. So what I was thanking, he was thanking his own way. He was happy. And I was also thinking, I was going to some big meeting. And when I went to that meeting, they gave me some snacks. So I was thinking of that auto wala. See, I am enjoying this snacks with this beautiful, I have a meeting in CP, wonderful surrounding. But that dream is also of that auto wala na. So I thanked universe for putting me into that room. Always be thankful, right? Most important, after your graduation, when you start investing, but your own money, no, not your parent, your own money, start PPF, right? Only your hard money, learn about PPF and mutual stocks. This I have covered. So this, I complete my presentation. So thank you once again. You are a wonderful, wonderful student.